with the flat hat, here for another episode of That Girl, with senior Hannah Scruggs. So, Hannah, what have you been up to recently?
Well, today it was Friday, and I'm a second semester senior, and it's a beautiful day, so I spent a lot of time outside. I spent a lot of time with friends just hanging out in the grind here, where I basically live and work. It's been my living room since my freshman year, and so, you know, what I normally do.
Okay, that's awesome. So, you actually work at the grind, right? So
Yep.
Can you tell us a bit about that?
Working at the grind is really, really fun. It's a little bit crazy, especially during lunch, which is the usual hours that I work. But the people here are great. It's kind of like a family. And I really have enjoyed. I've worked here since I was a sophomore. So first semester sophomore year, I started working here, and I've worked here ever since. And I spent a lot of time freshman year here, like doing work and studying. So I kind of got a feel for the place before I started working. And it's just been a really, really good experience, and one of my favorite parts of being at the grind.
That's awesome. So can you tell us about maybe some funny stories you've had working at the grind? Because you're here all the time. You must witness some interesting things.
I definitely do. Let's see. So, I just feel everyone who works here is pretty silly and has a really good sense of humor, and so it's always enjoyable to come in. And I can't think of any like specific funny stories. There's been some like kind of bad things, like there was one time the espresso machine broke. That wasn't good, but like everything gets fixed. And I remember one time like espresso got splashed on a customer's face, and that was really bad. But like otherwise, I mean, people tell really funny stories, and everyone's just goofy. So like there are silly conversations happening in the back all the time, and just all types of silly interactions.
That's awesome. So, the grind is a very unique place on campus. It's very special. It's right in the heart of campus, and it's kind of a community within itself. What do you think makes the grind such a different place on campus than anything else?
I think that the grind tries to provide a place for anyone to be, and it doesn't try to like define itself as anything. So like the artwork on the walls, technically you can't take it down, but it's weird and it's quirky and interesting, and everyone comes here on campus. Well, like not every single person, but people from all different groups across campus come and hang out. It's an easy place to go grab coffee. It's not very expensive, and you can catch all sorts of different conversations going on. And so there are a lot of different types of people who are regulars at the grind, which is a really, really neat thing to see. And since I've been coming here since I was a freshman, it's been really cool to see people kind of go in and out and like different grinders here on campus.
Well, that's so wonderful. So, in addition to working at the grind, I know that you do some other things on campus. Can you tell us about your involvement maybe in RUF?
Yeah, I'm very involved in RUF. I'm an upperclassman small group leader. Last year I was a freshman small group leader, and I helped with music. And that's been a really, really great part of my college experience. I've been part of a really amazing community that's very welcoming, very fun to be around, and just likes to hang out with people and likes to love people. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, you're definitely a people person.
Yeah.
So speaking of music, you've been involved in a more eclectic music group on campus, the Appalachian String Ensemble,
Yep.
which is something most people don't know about. So,
Yeah.
well, elaborate.
Sure, the Appalachian String Ensemble is a really, really, really awesome ensemble that plays traditional old-time bluegrass and folk music. And it's been around for a long time, and some of the people who have been in it in the past have become pretty well known in other folk circles more recently. And so that's really neat to be a part of something that, even though a lot of people don't know about it on campus, has produced like really good musicians and everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's really neat to be able to learn old-time music just like people would have learned it back then by ear. So we don't get a lot of music. Trip, who's the instructor, plays it for us, and that's how we learn it. We have to memorize it and learn it by ear, which is really, really cool.
Wow, that's so interesting. So, just sort of jumping ahead here, I know you have some really exciting opportunities next year after graduation.
I will be an AmeriCorps volunteer with the Keys Service Corps in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm really looking forward to it. I'll be tutoring and mentoring kids, and I don't know exactly where I'll be. Keys puts people in several different organizations throughout Pittsburgh, and so I'll be working within one of those organizations with kids possibly 6 years old, possibly 18. So I'm really excited. I don't quite know what it looks like yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Fantastic. So how exactly did you first find out about AmeriCorps? What got you interested in it?
When I was a senior in high school, I had an AmeriCorps college guide that was in my high school for kind of lower income high schools. And so she was awesome. She's incredible. She's still one of my biggest role models today. And she was someone who really took time and helped me with my college application along with everyone else in my grade and really kind of invested in us and wanted to see us succeed. And so that really inspired me to see her do that. Plus her job looked awesome and I just really liked her and I thought she was the coolest person in the world. And ever since then I've still been in touch with her and I wanted to be just like her. And so I'm kind of pursuing that now, which is exciting.
Well, that's amazing. You've really come full circle, Hannah.
Yeah, it's really cool to see.
Well, that's awesome, Hannah. It sounds like you're on a really great track. Enjoy the rest of your time at William & Mary.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hannah. If you have anybody you'd like to see on That Guy or That Girl, please email the Flathead online.